Hi, my name is Lanai. I donated my kidney to my best friend Alexa about 4 years ago now. I was grateful not to have to watch my friend on dialysis. We were able to find a match before it got to that point. When I started to learn what kidney failure was, I was surprised to learn all the different ways that it affects your body. My friend in specific would even have seizures, some type of diabetic seizure, because hers was related due to juvenile diabetes. And that would cause her to sometimes have these mini seizures where she couldn't control her body. I decided to donate a kidney to my friend because I knew it would be life changing for her. I like to say she came over for a cup of sugar. She needed it. I gave it to her. It was really that simple in my mind. When I started to research living kidney donation, what surprised me was how quickly you bounce back after the surgery. And that's for both the donor and the recipient. My family was worried about me donating my kidney, and I helped them understand by letting them know that there's lots of people out there with just one kidney. In fact, I happen to know someone that was just born with one kidney and he's doing just fine. You don't need them both. I had a lot of fears and questions about the process. The main questions were, how long would I not feel well, and how quickly could I get back to myself? I was able to resolve my fear by simply talking about it. Thankfully, the recipient's mom had also donated a kidney many years prior, and so I was able to talk to my best friend's mom about what happened to her and what it felt like and how she was able to work through it and get back to feeling well. I used a lot of different sources of information to learn about donation, such as the World Wide Web and my best friend's mom. I had some financial questions, including who was going to cover the surgery, what was I going to be responsible for, who was paying for all of the tests that I was having done beforehand. And I learned that by talking to the the medical staff at the facility where we were having the procedure that everything was covered by the recipient's insurance, and they put my mind at ease. Having a support system is extremely important. One of the things, I'm very independent, and so I was living on my own and have a house of my own. And I actually moved in with my mom for 2 to 3 weeks so that she could help me get through the trial period of not feeling well and getting back to myself. I needed to make some lifestyle changes when I donated my kidney, such as I needed to lose a little weight, and unfortunately, I need to lose a little more. Um, Also, ibuprofen, because it cycles through the kidneys, was no longer an option. They said be extra kind to your kidney. So I take Tylenol anytime I need medicine for something. And though it's not as good, it does the trick. In total, my portion of the surgery only took 1 hour to complete, and I was only in the hospital for 2 days. If I could share a tip about the hospital stay, it would be get moving as soon as possible. I know that my friend said that and she even walked down to see me, and I thought, how can I make it back down that hall? But how can I not when she walked all that way to say hello? So she walked to my room and I walked her back to hers. The best moment after surgery was when they wheeled me past my friend's bed and said, she's already peeing using her new kidney, and her creatinine level is already better than it was in your body. I was back to my normal self by about 4 to 6 weeks after surgery. While I was recovering at home, I could eat, talk to friends, visit. I had lots of visitors, but I couldn't drive because I was on pain medication, and I found that I was often winded. I became more aware of my own health through this process merely by all the testing that we had to do to make sure that our body could endure the process and the surgery. When I share my story, I'm often asked, what were you thinking? Why did you do it? Are you sure you don't want to save that for your unborn children? And the mere fact is that my friend needed it and it was life-changing for her and I would do it again tomorrow. Overall, what surprised me the most was how quickly your body bounces back. Though I'd never had a broken bone or any type of procedure for that matter, I was very surprised that the body is really resilient. And once I got past the incision healing and the pain from the incisions, everything really went back to normal. Looking back, the best part of donating a kidney was seeing the life change in my best friend, seeing how things turned around for her for the better, and how drastic of a change that was for her, and how little sacrifice it was for me. The best advice I could give someone else who's thinking about being a living donor: make sure that you have a good support system that can help you through the period after the surgery because you will need some assistance getting around, preparing meals, that sort of thing. But also don't forget while you're going through that period, remember the life changing act. Remember what you're doing for the other person, whether you know them or you don't know them. It is turning their world around in such a positive way. Um, it's a selfless act.